Alrighty, had to do battery change. So, got the screws in, we're just going to screw them in. And we'll open it up, look on the inside, and make sure we did it right. Anyway, that's going to be it for securing the bottom piece of plywood down, so we don't have to worry about that moving around. Yeah, it looks like everything's good. Everything's good on that side. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move to the next step, which we'll be putting in these 110 outlets and putting in all of the 12 volt outlets. So I'm going to go ahead and reset, and we'll come back when we get ready to do that. Alright, I'm going to lay these out on the inside. Basically, I've got to have the top right along the top of this lip right here. That will then barely fit on there. So on here, there's a couple of little holes. I'm just going to line those up top and bottom, make a little mark so I can know where to drill this hole at. Of course, do this the right way. Probably could use a little bit more light in here too. There's that one. Trying to get these up and down as possible. Alright. Then I just take my paint pen, make a little mark so I can see a little better. And this one will be a little tricky because it's not the same, so make a little mark in here so I know where to line up. And we'll come back and we start drilling these out. Pardon my butt. Alrighty, got my 1 3/4 hole saw. I'm going to try to just get it close. And anything I'll err on the side of lower. And we'll see how it's works here. Oh, hold on, camera. All right, well, we'll try to edit that out. Now, clean this up a little bit. Alright, we'll go ahead and stop this. I get this piece of plastic out and we'll go to the next two. Alright, camera took a tumble last time, so we'll see what we can get on this one here. Try to hold the camera. And I got to get this plastic piece out, and then we'll do the last one, and then we'll come back. Alrighty, for the magic of television, got all the holes cleaned up. Just a little side note, this whole shed is powered by solar. That's my solar setup. I've got a couple of videos on setting this up. So I just run the vacuum cleaner, cleaned everything up, everything's fine. So we'll go ahead and get those connectors prepped, and then we'll come back. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and install these. The rubber boot, this little rubber boot right here. So just pull this rubber boot back down the cord a little bit, and you can see it's all screwed in here. So I guess if you technically wanted to needed a longer cord, just unscrew it, put a longer cord on. But you just take the cord, run it through here like so, push the boot down, whoops, push the boot down, or kind of scrunch this boot up to get it through the hole like so. Then it sits in here like this. You run the boot back up, and then you just screw it in on the outside, and we'll go to that next. But let's get all these in here. Alrighty, get them lined up, and there's boots on there. Okay, we get the boots on, we get it lined up, and we'll come back and we'll get it screwed in. Okay, each one of these came with a little set of screws. We lined it up kind of like, you know how I had it lined up in there, it's just so the outlet is mostly up and down, just for aesthetics. And then it's pretty close to where I had my marks. So, and then this will close over that to keep water out. But this will not be outside for the most part. And I put 3 of them on here just so I can plug. Mainly, I got a refrigerator and a freezer out in the barn. That's going to take up 2 of them. And then I have a third option for something else. The one I take in the house, refrigerator, freezer, and then I can do lights or the TV or something like that. So anyway, that's it. They're all tightened down. They all waterproof lid goes on. And I did check the board in there to make sure we didn't have any obstructions. It all works out fine. So now we're on to the 12-volt system, and we'll be back when I get that set up. Alright, next thing up is this 12-volt system. And what I have is I have a power on-off switch, have a 12-volt cigarette lighter, and I have a USB. I think it has a USB-C on there too. Yeah, it has a USB-C on the side. So originally I wanted to put this on the top. Right there, something like that. Or probably over here, something like that. Just so you can just have it closed. You can plug in your phones and stuff like that. But then I realized in the summertime I had to use my other one, and even though I have a couple fans in here, it's still hot, so I ended up just putting the lid up to help cool it. So then you'll have this, if I had this here, somewhere in there, then I've got wires coming down here, and I got to figure out how to get them. So, plus, if it's open, it's kind of, you still plug stuff in, but, so I think what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to stick it on this side. Oh, you can see that. I'm going to stick it on the side right here. And, that way it doesn't interfere with this piece of wood right here. And the wires, I think the way I have this set up, I think the circuit breaker, the fuse box is right here, so it'll tie right into there. So I think this is the best option. So I'm going to go ahead and get things set up, and we'll come right back. Alrighty. Got a little gate problem had to fix. So anyway, so what I did is I took the little bracket here, I just put it down, traced out where these things are going to go. And I got myself one of these step down drill bits. I put a little hole in there just trying to start it, and we'll just hopefully go out to the mark. And we'll get pretty close, and then we'll double check it. I made these too big before when I was putting in some lights that snapped in. These are screwed in, so it's really not that big of a deal if it's not in perfect. Let's test fit one real quick. Take the screw off of this one. Alright, we'll test fit this, see if it goes in. Okay, so looks like we still got a little bit more to go here. Let's see, they are now. Okay, that's in, that's in, that's in. Okay. Alright, we'll get these cleaned up, and we'll come right back. I forgot to put the plate on. So, I already got the USB one in there. And we'll put the cigarette lighter in there. Make sure we got the same way we're doing this. Positive, negative. Oh, might have to redo that one right there. Actually, that one's got to go the way it goes, so we're good there. And then the whoops, oh man, we're doing this all wrong. Switch up on the top. Like so. Okay. Alright, got those all in. I'm gonna go get some, I got the wires right somewhere in here. Oh, here we go. Got the wiring right here. So I'll get it wired up, and then I'm going to go get another little tiny battery, and we'll test it out and see if it works. Alright, I love it when you leave the camera rolling, and then the battery dies. Okay, so the way this works out, the way this wiring harness works, get this out of the way, get this out of the way, is your switch, which is the top one here. It's got two positives, and the connectors are set up so you almost can't screw it up. So you got your top positive wire that goes to the battery. Then this jumper goes to the cigarette lighter. I mean, this is the USB. This is the cigarette lighter. You can put them in any order you want. But the middle one will have this double connector, which will then go to this. And then these two connectors are the ground wire. And on the back of these, it says plus or minus. So, and then this will go, this jumper will go here, and these things have a little, you can't see it on the thing, but there's a little tab. If you want to get these back off, there's a little hole in here that the tab goes on. So when you put these on, you want to make sure you can get to that tab. So that goes there, it locks it in, and this one's going to come down here. Locked it in. So now I'm going to go get a little battery and some little jumper cables and see, make sure this all works. So we'll be right back. Alrighty, fans farmland. So went ahead and I got some jumpers and a little Mighty Mule battery. I bought this battery. I got a Mighty Mule gate. I've got a video on that on my channel if you want to see how to install that. I bought these batteries because I thought I needed them. I bought two of them. Turns out my gate doesn't use these Mighty Mule batteries. It uses a regular high cranking car battery. So I just have these laying around, you know, use them for things like this. So we've got got my wires connected to positive and negative there. Go ahead and connect them to the battery right there. I'll take you with me here. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. And so I got a cap. There's a cap on this one, and even with the cap on, it still shows the voltage. I think it says 12.4 volts. We're going to go ahead and plug my phone in. Make sure this works. So let's hook this in here to the USB-C side, and then hook it into my phone. And I'll show you this. It shows it's charging. I don't know if you can see that. The sun's kind of coming in, but it is charging on that one. And we'll go unconnect it from here, and then we'll go into this with this cap, which I don't really like this cap, to be honest. I might just take it off. Plug it in on that side, and yeah, it shows some charging. So this works. So I'm going to go ahead and call this success. Obviously I need to extend the wires, so I've got more wiring to do that, so I can get it to the fuse block. But just testing it out, it does work. So we'll be moving on to the next thing. Alrighty, next thing we're going to do is got my main on-off switch, just a marine switch. It's good, rated for, yeah, you can't see that on there, but it says 300 amps continuous and up to 32 volts DC. So we're just going to do 12 volts, and I don't think I'll ever get that high. Running the vacuum cleaner over there goes to about 100 amps. The fridge freezer, I think then maybe 75, 80 total. Anyway, so I'll never hit 300. And I'm going to put it, finding out here that there's not a lot of light in here, but I'm going to stick it on this side, right in here. The front of this, my other build, that was kind of a last minute thing, and I ended up putting it on the back side. And so it's, I mean, you just got to remember to turn it on, but this will be a little more noticeable. Put it in the front. So I got to get another hole saw, cut a hole in here this size, and I'm just going to get it installed. I'm not going to hook it up for a while, but I'd get it in there anyway. So we'll come back in a few. Hopefully I remember to turn this off because the batteries keep running out. Alright, I'm having some camera problems here. Anyway, I got a hole saw that should fit that switch. I'll put it down about right here. I think this should work. Might have to widen it out a little bit with a file or something. Get that switch in there. We'll get this cleaned up, and see if we can get the switch in. Okay, that fit pretty good. So we're just going to stick this in here, and we're just going to screw it on. Hopefully, just kind of tight. Get threads in there. Okay, well, I'm going to have to work this. So anyway, we got it in. It's going to go right here. You got your on. It's going to go right here. You got on, off, so it'll be easy. So I'll get that threaded in. And then we'll move on to maybe the charging cords. Or we might call it a day. It's getting kind of hot in here. So anyway, we'll come back. Okay, we got that screwed in there. There, it's nice and tight. Looks like this is going to be a stopping point for today. We'll pick this up again. It's getting hot in here, and got kids coming over. So anyway, we'll continue on putting in the charging ports for solar and for the AC charger. So that'll be next, I think. I got the wrong ones, but anyway, that's where we're going to stop today, and we'll pick it up next time with you. Thanks. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and install the ports for the charge controller, which will be this one here, and I got another one exactly like this one that will go for the battery charging. Plug it in. I did buy these by mistake. I'm going to try to use them for something else because it's been past my 30 days to turn them back in, but just don't know what I was thinking. But I might be able to use these for something else, so I'll just hang on to them. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here. I'm going to drill a little 3/4 hole, which is what this lip right here is, about 3/4 of an inch. So just get a little nice step down drill a hole right here, and then the other one for the charger, this will hook right into the battery, I think. Either put it in the battery or put it on the bus bars. But this one will go down here somewhere, right in here. Put that one in there. So anyway, let me get the stuff together and we'll come right back. Alrighty, okay. I drew a little pilot hole in there. Got the step down drill. We're going to go about 13/16. So that's pretty close right there. Let's see if this fits. That's just about there. Need a little tad bit more and we'll be good. That should work right there. So I can clean that out of there. Alright, perfect. Then we'll get that screwed in. Alright, that's that one. And get that screwed in. All right, this comes with these 4 little screws. They're kind of big screws, but go ahead and get that where I want it. Okay, now we'll go rearrange this and we'll get the other side done. Alrighty. Well, when you build these kind of as you go, you got to make sure you're doing it, especially when you're drilling holes in these things. So my batteries are going to sit right here, and my bus bars are going to be sitting right here on a piece of wood. So I want this one to be able to either go hook directly to the battery like I have my other one, or have it come up and connect into the bus bars. So I was going to put it here up on top, like here, but I might put a light on the outside, so I want to be able to come through here. So I ultimately decided to put it down below. I drilled a little hole in here, so the wires can either go directly to the battery, sorry about that, go directly to the battery, or they can come up here and go into the bus bars. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we'll get this thing flipped up. we'll drill the hole in and get it installed. I'll be right back. All right, there's a little bit of light. So we'll do the same thing. The step down drill. Hit this into about 3/4. That might be enough there. That might even be a little too much. Let's see. Get this down in there. There we go. Yep, that fits perfect. All right, we'll get it screwed on this way. Get it screwed in here. Don't need to be this long. All right, there's that one. So this will be the wall charger. If we can charge it up that way or solar panel. So, all right, so we got that charger in. Leave this back down. And we got that charger in, so we'll move on to the next thing. Come right back. Alrighty, next thing we're going to do is put this battery monitor in. And last one I put in, I had the hole just a hair too big. So I'm just going to kind of set it there so it looks like it's level. I'm just going to take a pencil, trace around it, and then go get my multi-tool and cut that out and kind of cut on the inside of the line. So I'd rather be too small and too big, and then I can trim it out a little bit. So let's, I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll trace it with a pencil, and that does kind of barely come up here. That looks fairly decent. I mean, I don't think you can even see the marking, but you can see it on there. I'll take my pink paint pen and highlight it, and I will get the multi-tool and we'll cut this out. Be right back. Alrighty, we'll try to run this. The camera might fall over. We might have to take a little hiatus. Right there. Okay, camera was rolling, so maybe I can pull a little bit of that footage out. Anyway, so we got it in there. It's nice and tight. Might pull it out and just kind of clean up these edges with a piece of sandpaper or something, some green scrub or something, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. So anyway, we're in there, and we got all of the. I got all the wirings in here. Got the shunt. We'll get that in next. Okay, so I need to put this shunt on, and I can't really drill it onto here or onto there, fasten it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this board, stick it in here like so, and then I'll fasten this on here. Then I'll fasten it on something like this, something like that. Alrighty. So I've got the shunt in right here. It's got one screw in, and drill. And I get one more in here, I think. And I got a screw right here. That's not going anywhere. I do have another screw hole right in here, but I think we're good right here. And that's not going to be easy to get the battery in, but you know, we'll make it work. Anyway, so we got that in. Now, I'm not sure what next is going to go in. All right, I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm going to put this light right here. So I want it to go all the way to the top, but the lock, where the lock is on this thing, but there's a lock in here. This thing is right up underneath here, so I'm going to go a little bit, just a little bit below that. So this goes in there. The wire is about I'm going to kind of go right here with it. I think we'll be okay with this. I don't know if the wire is going to go through there. Kind of hoping it would. Let's find out here. Alright, that fits. Okay. It fits right there. So I got a couple of screws that got to go through here. I think we'll be okay. So it comes out right there. So yeah, I think we're going to be okay. We'll get some screws and we'll come right back. Alright, I didn't realize it, but it comes with a little sticky pad thing right there. Kind of insulation probably. And it sticks on there like so. Looks pretty good right there. We take the drill some holes. Hoping this works. So there's a light, there's the nuts, barely can put those on there, so lock washers will be thrown into the lock washer box. Alright, okay, that's it, got the light in. So we're done with this phase. We're going to go into wiring everything up next. I do have one more light that will go on the side by where the handle is, on this side over here, and then we will also put a switch in that will control the lights, but I'll do that during the wiring phase. So let's stay tuned for that.